old white men must have been the easiest target. Were they? Who are a lot of Japanese motherfuckers?
Who's the easiest target?
Who's the easiest target? Is it like, let's go get the old white man because they give us a lot of money? Who was the easiest? The brothers don't tip for shit. I bet you got to keep dancing, man. Fuck that. And so from there, where did you make the turn? How long were you stripping before you started getting into the
I guess probably about 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years. And then did the same guy go, okay, listen.
Yeah, were you still married?
You gonna make some real money?
You gonna make some real cash.
You know what? Y'all have him painted so wrong, and like nobody will ever understand. He was just along for the ride. He was like, whatever you're gonna do, I'm down, whatever.
I bet he was.
No, like
I bet you were making more than his security money.
A girl.
Okay.
For sure. But like it wasn't what I'm saying is like none of this was like it wasn't his mastermind. It was my mastermind. I was like, come on, let's go. Okay. So I told him, I was like, I work next to one casino, let's go. Vegas, work next to a bunch of casinos. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Yes. And then after I got there, I was like, oh, this is exhausting. Oh, too many girls, too many customers, too many like just arguments and fights.
A lot of beefs with strippers. There's a lot of beefs with strippers.
Oh my God, it was horrible. Every night I felt like I was a bouncer in there. Like,
why did girls fight a lot?
No, I was always the one breaking up the fights. Like there was a house mom, and the house mom's old, and I'm always like on her team.
There's
like,
a house mama.
Yeah, there's a house mom.
Yeah, y'all have to pay the house mama, right?
You gotta pay the house mama.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, bitches.
No,
get in line.
It was like somebody's like grandma, you know, like some like older lady that was like nurturing.
Old ladies that deal with sexual shit. They be like, listen, bitches, get the pussy right. God damn it. I love that shit.
One of my friends who was a stripper, she was a teacher by day, stripper by night. Yeah. And she told me some of the inside stuff that was fascinating and crazy to me. Like that you have to, before you have your money, you have to pay out the house. And I'm like, wait, you're walking around naked, but you owe the club and the house mom and all these people all this money before you collect yours.
What's the percentage?
So the club that I danced at the most, I would have to dance over 3 dances before I made any money at all, because you would have to pay the club $70, right, to work at night. And then each dance was $30. You have to pay the club $10 out of each dance. So now you got $60, right? That $60 goes towards the $70. So on the 4th dance, I finally make a couple bucks.
So that's why you have 8-hour shifts. You guys be there for a good.
I would work doubles.
9.
I was like,
so once
I would work all day, all night.
So once you do those 3 dances, the rest is your money.
The rest is yours. Well, except for $10 out every one, so $30 is really $20.
But that first 10
and it depends on the club too.
Yeah, every club's different.
Well, I'm saying the first time you pay them, you go, here's your money.
Right.
Now this is all mine after this.
Except for $10 out every dance. They count dances. So at the end of the night, they give you a bill. You know, like if you did 10 dances, they give you a bill for $100.
What was the famous, like Howard Stern used to always talk about this strip club in New York back in the day? That's where she worked. And she said the money, she worked there. She was one of the only black girls that worked that club. And she said it was $200 before she made anything.
Everybody's different. Yeah.
$200 before. And I'm like,
well,
what?
sometimes you can get big spenders and you get that money quick.
Yeah,
sometimes.
but as a woman, in my mind, I'm walking around naked and I owe somebody money for this. I just can't connect to that mentality.
That part never bothered me, but the thing is, it's like sometimes you work hard before you even make anything, like at all. When the recession hit back in like 05, 8, 7, but like between 5 and 7, I would say that was kind of towards the end of my stripping. I was like, oh, this shit's crazy. I'm coming in here and I might even take anything home. You know, like I was already making that transition into porn, but it wasn't enough to like depend on full time. So it was like I was dancing too. That was a super stressful moment because like sometimes you're like, oh, getting these 4 dances is going to be hard.
So were you having fun?
It was starting to be not fun. And I was like, okay, I don't like this part. This is not fun. I don't really want to go to work right now, you know?
Were you ever like harassed and motherfuckers touching you and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Or no?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that happened.
That happens? Like, they just go, I'm just saying, did you get into a lot of that shit? Or
not
security
a lot.
was pretty tight?
And security is usually pretty tight at the clubs I work at. I usually worked at clubs where I felt like security was tight because I want that. That's what I want. Yes, I want security tight.
The security of the security of the security, because it's like
my big heel.
They have my big heel. Okay, Ohio, I hear you. But it's like when you're in a particular business where there's so many men and even women that have like a lack of respect, but they're like, oh, you're walking around naked, or you want, you know what I mean? It just feels like people are more entitled to your body in some kind of way, and it makes it more dangerous. Like they just feel like it's okay because
and I
naked.
agree with
you. Know
you.
Well,
but I also feel like it's up to you.
It's
up to you to set those boundaries, though,
right.
and to the way you handle yourself and the way you speak to people. It demands respect. So I feel like I sometimes had less problems than other people because the way that I speak to people demands respect.
Right.
Because I mean, you're like, hey, don't touch me, but then you give him a lap dance and you're doing this on him. You're like, wait, what?
No, there's a way. There's a way to speak to people where you can still be
like,
sexy.
Hold on. Hey, I have dignity.
Right. There's a way that you can speak to somebody and still be sexy and still have authority.
And that's where I don't have the brain.
Yeah, no, like it takes a little bit of. There's been many times where I've taken a guy where I just grab him by the hands and I hold his hands down. I make it real hot and sexy, and I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. Yeah, and I'm like in his ear, I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't touching nothing. You know, yeah, and there's a way to do it.
Okay.
You know,
and it must be. Hold on. It must be the corniest dialogue ever. Yeah. That must be some corny. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Everybody's like, yeah, mama.
It worked on me.
I'm your slave. Old white men must have been the easiest target. Were they? Who are a lot of Japanese motherfuckers?
Who's the easiest target?
Who's the easiest target? Is it like, let's go get the old white man because they give us a lot of money? Who was the easiest? The brothers don't tip for shit. I bet you got to keep dancing, like, bitch. Fuck that.
Middle aged, overweight.
White man is never. Yo, listen, I'm not trying to be mean. My white friends, my white guys out there.
And also young guys.
Most girls dating your ass. That's the reason, because you easy. Yeah. It ain't your game, motherfucker. Yeah. No, I'm not saying there are no smooth white dudes. I know some smooth white, but know this. If you're... you are an easy target.
They just looking for like some quick action. You know what I'm saying?
Because they know the brothers are going to give them trouble. They be like this. Now you got to shake your ass before you get my dollar. Fuck all that. Is that it? Right? Is it true? Were the black dudes the most difficult to satisfy?
Yeah, sometimes.
Say, I dance better than you, bitch. Oh, come on.
Oh, man.
Because we rhythmic people, so we like this. The fuck was that?
Yeah.
My mama got more ass than that. I'm going to give you 50 cents, and then you can get the other dollar.
I will tell you, when I work at a club that's in the hood and it's all black, I'm like... Here we go.
It's like when we handle a black audience on stage. Don't worry. We're like, okay, here we go.
No. Like,
you got to give me some jokes, motherfucker. I better laugh.
I'm like, I know, I'm the white girl.